If you've used the broad match modifier keywords for Google Ads in the past, you may have noticed that you can't really use them anymore. They went away back in February of, well, actually I think it was like July of 2021. They phased out the old broad match modifier and replaced it with an updated phrase match option. And so they've kind of combined them. So there's a breakdown here where we can see there used to be phrase match, then there was broad match modifier, and then there was something out beyond that, which I believe was just broad match. Now it's kind of all in one slice of pie. And they give a pretty good example here of why they ended up doing this. So with broad match modifier, which is where you just put plus signs in the keyword, that would give you the option to say, hey, I want my ads to show up as long as the term that somebody searched contains each one of these terms. It can be in different orders. So it could be like New York City moving services to Boston. But the thing it didn't take into account was how moving these around can change the intent behind the search. So, for instance, if somebody searched for moving services Boston to New York City, that might be something completely different than we don't actually want to offer that, right? So just switching around the city names here, the order of the city names, completely changes the intent behind this search. It goes from somebody looking to go from New York to Boston to then them wanting to go from Boston to New York, and you might not have shuttles in place to do that, or whatever the case is, right? So that's what that's part of what this whole update is about. In part, it's to simplify things, but also it's taking into account the intent behind the order of the terms in the search query. So something like moving services NYC to Boston in phrase match, when you're targeting that now, you're really only going to get clicks from terms where people are looking to move from New York City to Boston, right? So it can be somewhat helpful. There are concerns that it's kind of reducing the control that we have over the ads and giving more over to automation, but that kind of just seems to be the trend anymore these days. So what can you do? But overall, they're going to work pretty similarly. So if you were using broad match modifier, I would just go ahead and transfer over to phrase match. If you're in your Google Ads account and you find some broad match modifier keywords like this one where I have the plus sign in between or before some of the terms in the keyword here, you can see it's showing as broad match by default. But if we wanted to change this over, all we would do is click the little checkbox, go to edit, and then click match types or change match types and change broad match modifier keywords. If you use this option, it's automatically going to transition these over to the new phrase match. And so it's kind of like their way of transitioning, that you can transition your keywords over. So I would recommend doing that. You won't be able to add new ones or really edit them until you switch them over to phrase match, because the broad match modifier option is kind of no longer. So if you try to save this keyword, it's actually just going to save it as a phrase match keyword, which is what it says right here. So anyways, I hope you found this helpful. If there's anything you did have questions about, don't hesitate to reach out. Just drop your questions in the comment section down below, and I'll be sure to get back to them there.
Look, if you're the type of person that just doesn't even want to deal with Google Ads anymore, then you can always reach out to me. My company is Missoula SEO Geek. I'll leave a link to my website down below, but we do manage Google Ads for different companies in different industries, and you can come learn about what we do, what makes us unique. You can even read some of the testimonials from some businesses that we've taken from 0 to over $1 million in revenue, like this one here, and really just see that this is the type of thing that's going to explode your business growth. So feel free to reach out. You can always give us a call or contact us through our website, and look forward to working with you.